Hello, welcome back to Modern. My name is Beast, and today we're back with more ToHeart2. This time we'll be starting Yuki's route, and you may be wondering, why the fuck are you talking so quickly? That's because it's almost fucking midnight already. I was, distracted with doing something else. For someone else, even. Uh, and now here I am. I have to wake up at 11:30 tomorrow to go to the bank, so I'm not how long I'm gonna be recording here today for. So, yeah. That's just... Apparently this is the first choice where we have to change to something else. Namely, we have to read the fucking theory of relativity instead of a cookbook or physics book. Anyways, I think tonight I'll take on the reigning champ. It's me versus the theory of relativity. This should be a first round KO. I'll be asleep in minutes. Actually, I'm not convinced of that at all, but whatever. Okay, let's see what we've got here. While the theory of relativity is a commonplace topic for popular discussion, many people don't realize how this theory explains the warping of space-time. The theory of relativity grew out of experimental results showing that the speed of light is the same to all observers. Contrast to, for example, a ball flying through the air, which will speed up or slow down relative to you as you move away from it or towards it, respectively. Light particles have the same speed even to an observer that is approaching or moving away from them. This observation initially puzzled physicists. The theory of relativity simply formally states that observation as a law of physics. Regardless of the relative velocity of an observer to a particular beam of light, its speed appears the same. If we accept this theory, which is outside our everyday perception, it's only natural that our perspective will be altered substantially. This is why scientists say this theory of relativity causes space-time to be warped. Actually, that made a lot of sense. Why did I think this would be difficult? Back to skipping! You know what? I know I've technically already seen this event, however, I know that this is literally the first event of Yuki's route, so even though I've already technically seen it over in Monaka's route, because I'm an idiot and chose go get it from school here, might as well just watch it again so it's all in one video. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, go get it from school. Yeah, I have to. I should probably go right now. I throw on some clothes and head towards the school in the darkness. Here it is! After a bit of searching, I've retrieved the report from my desk. Time to head back. I might have to pull an all-nighter tonight. As I'm about to drag my feet back to my room, a flash of light appears outside the window. My eyes reflexively turn towards the source. So the light grows larger and larger. A meteor! And now it looks like it's being sucked in somewhere behind the school. Did it fall into the backyard? Still a bit blinded by the sudden flash of light. All I can do is look towards where it might have landed. Now what? Take a look. Take a look should be the option here. No, I'm not trying to go back to the fucking Lethal Company video that Lythera uploaded. Take a look, yes. Seems a bit iffy. Guess I'll go take a look. Walking down the hallway walking down the hallways at night. Everything is so quiet. Looking near are my footsteps. I rush down flights of stairs and pass through the dim hallways. The dim walkway. The ground outside is lit up by the moon. After a short walk on gravel grounds, I've reached the backyard. It's still the same old scenery, disturbed only by the occasional gentle breeze. The two mighty Zalkova trees stand in front of me. Their branches flutter softly in the wind, at times allowing lights from distant streets to seep through. The boundaries of this school have always been somewhat vague, but with this grassland extending all the way to the foot of the mountain behind the school for fire prevention purposes, the area in front of me is also fenced off, with a sign saying grass cultivation. Drifting clouds have hidden the moon. Moments later, as the moon's radiance showers onto the grounds again, a strange sensation comes from within the fenced area. A person lies there upon the lush grass field. Hey! I call out. An afternoon nap gone way too long? No, can't be. Hello? No response. Then, I think I've read something like this in foreign detective novels. Someone is killed, but the murderer cannot be found. In the end, the famous detective explains, there never was a murderer. The victim was simply struck by a meteor. Some other ridiculous reason like that. Yeah, right. With that idea, the question, the tension in the air grows even more intense, motivating me to move closer. Carefully step into the fenced area. Lying on the grass field is a girl, sound asleep. She is wearing my school uniform. My school's uniform. I've never seen her, but she looks like she's in the same year as me. I worry anticipate as I hear the sound of her steady breathing. Gently I try to shake her awake. Her body stirs and her eyelids open slightly.
Takaaki-san. Oh. 元気なんだ。よかった。
The girl lets out a small yawn and goes back to sleep. She just called me Takaaki. We know each other. Hey! I try to shake her awake again, but she doesn't seem to notice. Can't just leave her like this. Ah, fine. There we go. Pick up the girl in my arms and start to walk towards the school building. Just who is this girl? Try my best to remember. Let's put her on the bench by the walkway for now. Should I try to lower her temperature or keep her warm? I have no idea. Maybe we should go to the infirmary. But then I recall how late it is, just as I'm about to go. It's probably locked. Sheesh, what did I do? Maybe there's something I can use. As I look around, the lights of a vending machine catch my attention. Oh, buy a cold drink, or maybe a hot one, and then just wrap it in a handkerchief. I'm genius. Now, what should I buy? After dashing over and tossing a 100 yen coin in, I'm now baffled at whether to get a cold one or a hot one. Okay, I press the button, clatter. Can of hot black tea reaches the bottom with a clunk, and I take it out. Feel like I'm missing something. Hold on. Who just said a hot black tea would be nice? What the? The girl who was asleep just a few moments ago is now smiling at me gently. She looks at me with nostalgia in her eyes. For a moment I feel like I'm about to say something, but the feeling fades away as my mouth opens, which is only natural. What's there to say to a girl you've just met? Who are you? Ah ha 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 ha! I begin to feel a burning sensation from my right hand. But of course, I've been holding this can of hot black tea this whole time. Panic had been to toss it about between my hands, making a fool of myself. The girl lets out a giggle with her hands over her mouth. Hey! Flick her forehead with my index finger without thinking. She looks a bit surprised. What the heck am I doing to a girl I just met? I'm sorry, this is the first time we've met, right? Why did I...
やっぱり高明さんだ。
Hold on. The girl giggles again. She doesn't seem to mind at all. Who are you again? I honestly can't remember.
Kusakabe Yuki desu.
Kusakabe. That name doesn't ring a bell. But from the way she talks, she seems to know me pretty well. Uniform, that's from this school, right? Are we in the same grade? If that's the case, have we met at school before?
そうだね。一緒だったよ。でも、きっと高明さんは思い出せないと思うけど。
That's right, I really don't. But I guess we must have met since she says so. Oh, right. Here. That shouldn't be too hot now. I passed the can of black tea to her.
ありがとうございます。
She opens it up and takes a gulp right away. Wait! Too late. She lets out a small groan. Jeez, you're still no good with hot things.
ごめんなさい。以後気をつけます。
Kusakabe apologizes sincerely, then begins to quietly blow into the drink. She blows away the steam rising from the tea over and over. After doing that for a while, she finally takes a sip.
あったかくて美味しいです。
He smiles gently. Wait, did I just say? You're still no good with hot things. I did, didn't I? Why did I say still no good?
さあ、どうでしたっけ?
She squints at me. Her tone makes me think she's hiding something. But since I can't be sure, I decide to ask about something else. What are you doing out here so late at night?
ずっと眠っていたんですよ。目が覚めるまで。
Yeah, at school.
私、 裏庭にいたんですか?
She looks surprised. Even though I should be the one surprised. You don't remember. You know, in that fenced-off area out back, sleeping on the grass.
そうなんですか。私、寝ぼけてましたから。
And that seems to be all she wants to say about it. And that's how you got there?
はい。
I got the feeling that she isn't going to give me a serious answer, but I guess I won't dig too deep into this. Let's see. You should head home if you don't want to catch a cold, Kuskabe.
そうですね。
Alright then, turn around and start to leave.
またね、高明さん。ホット紅茶、ありがとう。
I respond with a small wave. Who would have thought coming here to get my report would lead to such a strange outcome? Still feel a bit confused about it all, so I turn around. But Kuskabe is already nowhere to be seen. And react is yapping. I mean, there shouldn't be that much to skip now, right now. And... or not. Oh, right. The Cotton Chronicles. Back to skipping. The fucking moment I said back to skipping and went to press the fucking pause button, immediately the screen shows up again. I'm going to fucking... home. Another peaceful day. Lying on my bed, I think back to what happened last night. Went to get my report, and I'm up to reading some of the hot tea. That was quite strange. Go out for a while. Yes, I'll go take a look. And so I head to school once again in the darkness. Seems like no one's around. It's not like she'll be here every night. Then, go to the backyard. The backyard is brightly illuminated by the clear moon. The usual scenery sits beyond that fence with the grass cultivation sign. Grass grows wildly and twinkled with weeds together forming this grass field. It's supposedly cultivated to better the environment, but in truth it's just an empty lot with grass in it. I look towards the field. A gust suddenly blows by, causing the grass to rustle about. Night dew resting on the grass are blown adrift, scattering in the night air. They gently return to the ground, glistening along the way in the lucid moonlight. It's all over in a second, yet so beautiful, so breathtaking. I wish I could see it again, but that's not going to happen. I gaze at the skies of sending my wish to the moon above. I hear a sound. Sounds like someone humming. Was that the moon telling me it would grant my wish? Nah, no way. Then I look back to the field and see a person standing there at the place that was empty just moments ago. Moon Goddess? I'm betting Moon Goddess. Kuskabe. She's writing something onto her notebook while humming happily to herself. I go say hi or watch for a while, while debating on whether to go as something cracks under my foot. That just reminds me of a picture I saw earlier. Like it just is a picture of Gale from Baldur's Gate. And below, above the picture, it just shows a fucking, like, edited onto the picture, it just shows, like, a fucking Tumblr post of someone just saying, crouches to go into stealth, the cracking of my knees alerts the guards, I am immediately killed. That is such a mood, especially since I sent that someone, she responded by saying mood, now just as a joke, just like, to myself, just crouched down in the stealth position, and my left knee immediately cracked. So yeah, literally mood, considering it actually, no, I'm curious. It's gonna happen again? Hold on. Not this time. Oh, no, I don't want to bookmark this website. Must have stepped on a dry branch. Kuskabe glances towards me. Her eyes open wide. She stops humming. Her face grows red in that silence. Good evening. I feel as if I've seen something I wasn't supposed to and start to feel guilty. Even that casual greeting seems embarrassing now.
こんばんは。
Kusakabe is just as flustered as I am.
いつからそこに？
What are you doing so late at night? I pretend to not hear her question, try to change the topic as if nothing had happened. Did you get here in a haze again?
ええ、さっきまで寝ぼけてたんですけど。
Seriously?
今日は探し物をしてたんです。
Looking for something. But it looked like you were just singing. Kusakabe lowers her head and her cheeks begin to turn red again. Shoot, that's like confessing I saw everything.
高明さん、一部始終を見てたんですか？
That was a gust of wind and then all the dew droplets scattered in the air twinkling in the moonlight and I thought to myself, wow, so beautiful.
高明さんも見たんですね。すごく綺麗でしたね。
Right. Then while I was gazing into the sky, I heard something. So I looked around and found you in the field, notebook in one hand and humming happily. Wait, I really didn't hear anything. Not a thing, not even a little, really. I rushed to explain as Yuki begins to look ashamed. But, you didn't look like you were searching for anything. Somehow I get this impression that you weren't even here just a second ago.
それは高明さんがきっと寝ぼけてたからですよ。
It's the reason why we had to read the fucking theory of relativity. That, she somehow is only visible when... she somehow only exists, quote-unquote, when directly being observed. Like, you can't accidentally happen to see her. You need to directly look at her, quote-unquote. She concludes, I guess. It's dark too, so maybe I just didn't notice her. Oh, what are you looking for?
ノートと、それから新聞の切り抜きです。ノートはさっきから探してたら、ほら、この通り見つかったんですけど。
Kusakabe shows me a notebook with a smile. Trash basket notebook. I can barely make out the words in the moonlight. Trash basket notebook. I can read the words, but I have no clue what they mean.
トラッシュバスケットノートブック、くずかごノートって意味です。
Garbage bin notebook. Like a scribbling book.
くずかごノートです。ゴミ箱じゃありません。
She puffs her cheeks slightly. Can't tell for sure, but she seems to be protesting for some reason.
で
Hold
も
on.
そうです。落書き帳ですよね。
Hold on. You can actually...
嬉しかったり、楽しかったり、綺麗だったり、美味しかったり。あと、ふと思いついたりしたことなんかを忘れないように書き込んでるんです。ほら、世の中って運命的な出会いで満ち溢れてますから。
Fateful
以
encounters.
前に高明さんと出会った時のこともちゃんと書いてますよ。
She flips it open.
高明さんはしばらくびっくりまなこで私を見つめると、いきなりあちちちちって言いながらホット紅茶でお手玉を始めて。
Okay, I get what your notebook's for, so you don't have to keep reading, alright? Stop her quickly. Sheesh, how could that be called a fateful encounter? Then, when you were humming with your notebook in one hand, was it also...
ええ、すごく運命的で綺麗な光景でしたから、ついつい嬉しくて頭に浮かんだことを言葉にしたりメロディーにしたり、拾ったばかりのノートに書き込んでたんです。高明さんに聞かれてしまったのは恥ずかしかったですけど、さっきのことは内緒にしていただけると私としては。
Okay, got it. That's like multimedia... That's like a multimedia notebook, huh? Managed to muster an awkward smile. And what's the clipping about?
それは新聞記事の切り抜きなんです。でも夜の野原で小さな切り抜きを探すなんてとても難しいことだと思いますから、もうおしまいにしようかななんて
I think I know what's going
思っ
on
てた
here.
ところで。
Maybe she's just too shy to ask me for help. But it must be pretty important to you to come searching for it, right?
はい、それはもう。
Would you like me to help you for a while?
でも
At least I can still remember where you slept last night. That should help a
で
little.
も
No worries. It's not like I'll spend all night searching for it. I'll just search until I get bored. So don't worry about me.
じゃあ少しの間だけお願いします。
Kaskabe thanks me sincerely. She even gives me a quick bow.
何か見つけたらすぐに知らせてください。飛んでいきますから。
With that, she disappears into the fenced-off area. I stroll upon the green field, bathed in moonlight. I hear a rustling sound from afar as a breeze gently brushes over the blades of grass. My feet cut through the grass, making a swishing sound along the way. I walk on further, deep into the fenced area where the grass has grown tall. Part them a bit, and you'd see a hole in the middle, untouched by the moonlight. Must be pretty brave stepping into this area where I can't even see what's under my feet.
ちょっとドキドキしますね。
Kaskabe's voice comes from a bit far away. Maybe she's thinking the same
で
thing.
も草が柔らかくてサラサラしてていい匂いがしてなんだかいい気持ちです。それになんて綺麗なお月様。
This kind of experience doesn't come very often. I continue to tread on mechanically. I'm starting to regret offering her my help. How could we possibly find that tiny piece of paper in this massive field? Kaskabe starts to hum again quietly, but I can still hear it. Do you like to sing, Kaskabe?
どちらかというと苦手な方だったんですけど、今は不思議なことに平気みたいなんです。
What
多
is that?
分これが恋は人を詩人にするってことなのかなって思いまして。
Whoops.
私何の話してるんだかきちんと探さないと。
Now, she's been silent since then. We've been going through the grass field, diligently searching for that piece of paper for a
こ
while.
うしてるとなんだか畑仕事をしているみたいですね。
She takes a little break and looks up at the moon. Work in the fields at night.
昔田舎のおばあちゃんが言ってました。今みたいに機会がなかった頃は月の明るい夜も畑仕事をしたんですって。月の光の中で稲刈りをするのってきっとこんな気持ちだったのかなって、なんだかすごくロマンチックですよね。そう思いませんか？
Yeah. It'd be a whole lot more romantic if we could find that thing as soon as possible. Something that's obviously not a leaf flies up as I part through the grass. Quickly grab it. It's a piece of paper. Newspaper clipping. This is it. Kaskabe, are we looking for this? Might just be trash though, so I try to read what it says on the moonlight. Let's see. Historically, the largest meteor shower ever. From the evening of the 23rd to the morning of the 24th, the largest meteor shower ever to be observed. Sudden appearance.
はい、それです。
Kaskabe dashes over and quickly takes the clipping.
ありがとうございます。
She thanks me while trying to catch her breath, so it was important. I see. That's the reason. I finally understand why you come here at night. She gazes at me with her eyes wide open. Thinking back, I did see the light of a shooting star just before we first met. So you came here to watch the meteor shower. Gee, you could have told me earlier. Because otherwise, you totally look like some weirdo coming to school at night for no reason.
そうですね。
He smiles awkwardly.
はい、そうです。待ってるんです。その日が来るの。
She mumbles with her head lowered.
高明さん、ひょっとして流れ星なんかに興味を持ってしまいました？
Yes, it's been a busy day, so a bit of a stargazing at night isn't too bad.
そんな。じゃあ、私が。
Face pales slightly. What's wrong, Kaskabe?
ちょっと寒気がしたんです。
Must be too cold for you out here. Now that we found your clipping, you should probably go
そ
home.
うですね。
I part the grass once more and begin to head back towards the school building. Let's get your can of warm tea. That'll make you feel better. Turn around. But there's nobody to be seen. Skip. And we're back to more new stuff. The end of another long day. Time to get a good night's sleep for tomorrow. But after getting into bed, random thoughts drifted into my mind, and I ended up thinking about what happened last night. Cascabe, what happened after she vanished all of a sudden? Go take a look. Of course. Can't sleep with all these thoughts flying around my head, so I decided to head outside. It's probably the spot where we parted ways yesterday. I wait a while, but I don't see anyone. Seems like no one is around. Maybe I should just head back. Look up at the sky. The stars are twinkling above. They still remind me of that shooting star from the first night. I think I was looking out the classroom window at the time. And maybe, with that mind, I head towards my class. The dim corridors are completely silent except for my footsteps. I arrive at the door, push it open as quietly as possible and step aside. Almost out of a shout, but my hands are fast enough to cover it up. Skav is sitting at a desk by the window, sound asleep. I never thought that my guess would be spot on. Did you fall asleep while observing the meteor showers? What should I do? Wake her up? She's gonna catch a cold sleeping here. Guess for now I'll at least go cover her with my coat.
Takaaki-san.
I freeze. Did I wake you? She only responds with a quiet sigh. She's just sleep talking. What exactly is she dreaming about? I think I'll watch her sleep for a little bit.
おかえりなさい。Takaakiさん、お仕事お疲れ様です。
She's talking in her sleep again. The dream must seem very
お
real to
風呂
her.
になさいますか？
Oh lord.
それとも
Oh lord.
ご飯になさいますか？
Oh lord.
どちらも後でいいんですか？それじゃあ何を先に？私ですか？そんないきなりTakaakiさん恥ずかしい。
Seems to be having a nightmare. So I give her forehead a flick.
Takaakiさん？
She rubs her eyes and slowly wakes up. We'll catch cold sleeping here.
あれれ、教室だったんですね。
Cascabe looks around, slightly surprised. Gee, don't even remember when you fell asleep? Must have been in a haze again.
覚えてないです。
She giggles
夢
shyly.
を見てたのは覚えてるんですけど。
And then she averts her gaze. Her cheeks are blushing low. Are you alright? You didn't look too good last night.
心配していただいてありがとうございます。私はとっても元気ですよ。
She looks like it too. That's good then. Because when I went to buy tea, you suddenly vanished all of a sudden. I want to ask about that, but my words aren't coming out. I feel like I'm missing something. Wait a minute. She suddenly disappeared. Cascabe had been disappearing as if into thin air. And I've only been able to see her at night. Does that mean she's a ghost or something? Wait, calm down. She did feel solid when I flicked her head, didn't she? Nah, it could just be my imagination. I began to stare at Cascabe. She may be transparent in places.
どうしたんですか？急に黙り込んでしまって。
I continued to scan her up and
あん
down.
まり見られると恥ずかしいです。
Can't see anything weird about her. Oh, ghosts on their feet, right?
本当にどうしちゃったんですか？
She notices the direction of my eyes and covers her skirt timidly. She stretches it so far down that it almost hides her feet. Cascabe, can I touch him?
そんないきなりですか？ダメです。確かに私たちしましたけど、まだ少し早いのではと。
Have what?
恥ずかしいです。どうしよう。さっきの夢って正夢だったのかな。でも決してTakaakiさんのことがってその少しだけだったら。でもやっぱりダメです。恥ずかしいです。でも
No, that's not what I meant. I start frankly explaining myself after I finally realize what he's talking about. I just want to see if you have feet or not. You always appear disappear all of a sudden. So I just want to verify if they are really there.
ああ、そうでしたか。私、少し勘違いしてたみたいです。
He smiles shyly. I should apologize too. Guess I said it in a strange
いい
way.
え、高明さんは決して変なことを言ってないと思いますよ。
This man stood over you like, "Can I touch your feet?" He said something very strange. Okay? She has a serious look on her face.
高明さん、私は今ここにちゃんとあなたの目の前にいますよ。だから試していいですよ。
Test it out.
触っていいですよ。
Ah! I don't know how to deal with what she just said, especially after the misunderstanding we
どうし
just
たんです
had.
か？
But she really did just say that I can touch her, so I'll try touching her hand. Okay? My hand gradually moves towards hers. What is this? Why is my heart beating so hard? Wait, don't I have a problem being around girls?
捕まえた。
But she suddenly reaches out over with that slender white hand of hers and grabs hold of mine. I managed to barely suppress my scream. I can feel her hand in mine. It's a bit chilly. Those delicate yet beautiful fingers of hers intertwined with
どう
mine.
ですか？
She smiles and draws closer to me. Squeeze, squeeze. She squeezes a few times as if asking to me to do the same.
ほら、私はちゃんとここにいるでしょ。少なくとも今この瞬間はね。
She mumbles quietly as if speaking to herself and then squeeze, squeeze. She squeezes again. How should I answer? Oh, so I too squeeze, squeeze tightly in reply. She glances over, looking a bit surprised. But soon she lowers her head again, without moving. I quietly steal a peek at her. Squeeze, squeeze. She tightens those delicate fingers of hers again. Squeeze, squeeze. I give her my response. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. She replies right away. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I return with the same count.
どうですか？私のこと伝わってきます？
She looks at me expectantly. Kinda. Her mind feels cloudy.
だったらもう少し。
Her head lowers again. Squeeze, squeeze. She squeezes. My cheeks are burning pretty badly now. Any more of this and that's good enough! I just remembered I have some stuff to do today, so... Take back my hand and run away like I'm fleeing. Coward. Back to skipping. And we're back to new scene. I suddenly woke up. It's past midnight. There's still a lot of time left until sunrise. I'm up out of bed and decide to head to school. No one seems to be around today. Oh, there's nothing strange about that. Not every day can be so eventful. I think I can walk out of the classroom.
こんばんは、高明さん。
Kuskabe stands there in the hallway. Good evening, Kuskabe. Wait, how long have you been here? I'm pretty sure I didn't hear footsteps at all.
ついさっきからですけど。
Really?
きっと高明さんが寝ぼけてて気づかなかったんですよ。
She says and smiles. Are you actually?
バレちゃいましたか？実は私、高明さんの心の中に住んでいるんですよ。不思議な魔法の力を使ってね。
I haven't said anything yet. So you are a figment of my imagination. A magical maiden from my heart. From my head. Okay then, let's see you fly now. Float up into the air with your magic.
わかりませんか？実は私、今も宙に浮いてるんですよ。反重力機構が備わってて、靴の底から地面まで3ミリくらい浮いてて、水たまりも平気な仕様なんです。もちろん土足で上がっても大丈夫。
Your anti-gravity device. What I've happened to magic. But I'm starting to get what she's talking about. And your favorite meal is a pancake filled with bean paste?
ええ、もちろん。
I lightly flick Kuskabe's forehead with my middle finger. Nobody teases me and gets away with it. Could have said this was a minor scene for a cat robot from the future. But what are you doing in the hallway?
そうでした。今日は 秘密のお茶会を準備してたんです。高明さんをお招きしようとして教室に行ってみたら、ちょうど良いタイミングで会うことができたんです。どうでしょう、これからご一緒にお茶でもいかがですか？
Tea, huh? Where?
それはね、
Scaba whispers her answer. The two of us walk through the dark hallways. After climbing up a few stairs and a couple of stairs further, Scaba stops in front of a particular room. Can we really use this place? There's a science lab. Doesn't even have sinks, making it
真夜中
ideal.
の学校に先生はいませんから、少し待っててください。準備がありますので。
She hurries into the classroom. She's much braver than I am. While I'm lost in my
いい
thoughts,
ですよ。
a voice calls from inside. I slide the door open.
真夜中のお茶会にようこそ。
Why does she suddenly have the office lady drip? Like, I'm asking seriously, why does she suddenly have the office lady drip? I'm not complaining. I'm just curious. Because Gabe smiles in the warm candlelight. A cute little china teapot and 2 cups are placed neatly on a tablecloth.
さあ、席についてください。お茶を入れますから。
You changed.
ええ、お茶会ですもの。
She says with a straight
ど
face.
うですか？ちょっとはメイドさんっぽいと思います？
I don't know about that. But it does look great on you.
そうですか。
Because Gabe's cheeks seem to go red, or it could just be the light from the candles.
ところで、高明さんはミルクティーってミルクから入れます？
I don't fucking make tea.
それとも紅茶から入れま
Milk
す？
tea. I mean, I also don't really drink tea, but I specifically don't drink milk tea. I've tried it once and I fucking hated it. Huh? She's looking at that seriously. To be fair though, that milk tea was just because I woke up in the morning, and at the time I would always drink like a cup of tea in the morning to wake me up a bit. And that day we somehow were out of both sugar and honey, so I just sat there like, fuck, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? And then I remembered, wait, apparently some people put milk in their tea, so I just poured some milk in there, tried it, and fucking was disgusting. Milk tea. Isn't that made by pouring coffee creamer into tea? Oh, there we go, it's coffee creamer, not actual milk. I actually poured actual milk in there. Is that some proper way to do that?
お茶の葉はアッサムでちょっと本格的ではないですけど、ティーパックのを使ってます。もちろんストロングにしてますけどね。
Strong. No idea what she means. Tea strong? Tough tea?
夜遅くですし、薄い方が良かったですか？でもミルクティーにしますから十分に薄まると思いますよ。
Nah, I guess she means the taste.
それでどっちから入れましょうか？
I don't think it'd matter either way, so I choose tea first, apparently. No, not the tea first. And then the milk.
私もそうします。熱い紅茶に少し温めたミルクをたっぷり注ぐと紅茶がぬるくなってすごく飲みやすいんです。じゃあそのように。
Oh shoot. This girl's coming bad with hot stuff. Wait, I think I'll have the milk in first instead, because the tea is still too hot. See, this way we can just take it easy and let it cool down first.
そうですね。お茶会ですからゆっくりお話がしたいですよね。
Because Gabe slowly pours the milk into a cup and then adds the dark tea. I don't know why it wants me to go with tea first then. Vapors rise up. Soon its pleasant aroma wafts into my nose. Take a sip. The sweet taste of the milk perfect keeps the stringent taste of the tea in check. I get it very tasty. Delicious. You have some great tea, Katsukabe.
そんなまだ全然ダメダメですよ。
She lowers her blushing face and blows into the teacup between her hands cautiously. It's probably going to take a while for the tea to cool down enough to drink. Maybe pouring the tea in while it's hot, it wasn't such a good idea after all. I'll take another sip. It's delicious.
そんな 大したことないです。そうだ、すっかり忘れてました。お茶菓子があるんです。ちょっと待っててください。
Kaskabe puts her cup down, stands up, and rushes to the other side of the room. She's just too embarrassed to stay here. I'm left alone. My eyes land on that notebook first, which she left where she was sitting. What was it again? Trash basket or something? She said she writes random thoughts in there. I'm getting bored here by myself, so I decided to grab it and open it up. I flipped through it like she did before. Its pages are filled with lines of little rounded letters, jotted down all over the place. The pages feel a bit loose. Soon the contents of the pages slowly approach the present. Fated encounters, as she calls them. There are also things that look like poems and staff lines filled with music symbols, song scores perhaps. Plus various fancy illustrations scribbled in there. That's a lot of different stuff all mixed together. Sure fits the name. Let's see what else is in here. Princess Lucretia and the Mechanical God. Says the title of a long entry I find. I command thee to spend the night with me. Let it out in one breath and look up at Claus, who has just returned from the borders. Oh, that was your fantasy novel, I assume. Not smut.
ダメです。それ読んじゃ。
Kaskabe has returned. She quickly snatches the notebook out of my
ど
hands.
こまで読んだんです？
Just a little. I got to around Princess Lucretia and the Mechanical God.
それって最後の方じゃないですか。
I know I flipped through most of it.
あ、そうなんですか。でしたらいいんですけど。
She calms down a little. Oh, by the way, that line Lucretia said at the start, I command thee to spend the night with me. What does it mean? Instant panic. She has a bald spot. Like, she has the tiniest little bald spot on top of her head. Kaskabe almost falls
しっか
down.
り読んでるじゃないですか。
Yeah, you can still see it. Wait. No, I only paid attention to that story. The archaic wording grabbed my interest.
よとぎっていうのはつまり同じお布団で男の人と女の人が一夜を一緒にっていうか
I can't fucking unsee it now. My eyes keep gravitating towards it. It's getting pretty awkward. I'm sorry I read it without your permission, but I never expect to see an adult novel. I promise not to tell anyone. Your secret is safe with me.
違うんです。そうじゃないです。これ童話なんです。
An adult fairy tale.
違いますって。高明さん、どうして後ずさりするんですか。
It's okay, you don't have to make an excuse.
言い訳じゃないです。ちょっと逃げないでください。これお城から出られない女の子の話なんですってば。
A few tears twinkle in her eyes. I guess I might have gone too far. But she looks so cute when she's being teased. What's the story about? I'll listen to her promptly this time.
主役はルクレチアっていう少しおてんばでわがままなお姫様で、幼い頃からずっと小さなお城の中で暮らしてるんです。そのお城は実は修道院で、王国の命令でお姫様はもうすぐ修道女にされてしまう運命なんです。そうすると一生そこからは出られなくなってしまうので、お姫様は一人ですごく悩んでいるんです。それでお姫様はお姫様に仕えるたった一人の騎士であるよとぎを命じるんです。ほら、修道女ですから純潔の戒律を破ってしまうと破門されるかなって思ったんです。
Then the little part begins. Because they don't really love each other.
いいえ、おてんばなお姫様は素直に気持ちは伝えられないけど、クラウスのことが大好きで、クラウスも 小さい頃からお守りしているお姫様のことが自分の命よりも大切なくらい大好きなんですけど、結局クラウスはルクレツィアの命令を拒絶して逃げ出すんです。そこからはすっかり頭にきてしまったお姫様がクラウスを無理やりにでも捕まえようとしてお城の兵隊を動員してはちゃめちゃな大騒動が始まるんです。
Story sounds like a lover's quarrel. So why did Klaus refuse anyway?
多分それは決して命令にしてはいけない大切なことなんだってお姫様に分かってほしかったというのと、何よりもお姫様の本当の望みを知っていたからだと思います。
What happens in the end
ク
then?
ラウスがお城を跡形もなく壊してお姫様を外に出してあげるんです。ほら、こうすれば全てが解決でしょ。そして2人は一緒に外の世界へと旅立っていくんです。
Happy ending, huh? Bit extreme, but I'll keep that opinion to myself.
すごくハッピーエンドです。
So the adult part starts after that?
だからありませんってば。
After that, the two of us begin to sip our tea and enjoy some animal biscuits. The tea is just cool enough for her, though barely lukewarm for me. She sips it while teaching me the way to brew milk teas. Perhaps it's getting late, or perhaps because my body is warmed up, I slowly begin to doze off. Suddenly I'm in a dream. I'm beside a castle that looks like one of those that exist only in fantasies, and in front of me is Kaskabe.
今宵のよとぎを申し付けます。
Her cheeks are glowing bright red. Bah, going by the script would be too boring. It'll be my pleasure. Now then, let's hurry to it, my princess. Let's savor our night together. Extremely bold for some reason, perhaps because it's a dream.
ダメです。ちょっと待ってください。台本通りにやってもらわないと困ります。
Not very good with ad-libbing, huh, Kaskabe?
そういう問題ではないと思うんですけど。
Okay, then, once more from the start.
最初からするんですか？
I needed to get into character or something.
わかりました。
But then she falls into silence.
最初から言いますね。
Oops. But then she falls into silence. A long time passes before she finally says anything.
今宵のよとぎを申し付けます。
Princess, how couldst thou speak such nonsense? I absolutely freeze. Kaskabe seems rather dejected. It's your line, Kaskabe. What's wrong?
そんなに力いっぱい断られると、なんだか傷つきます。
Geez, how am I supposed to say it then? Shake my head. And then I suddenly wake up to find myself leaning over in a desk in the lab. Kaskabe is nowhere to be seen, and everything, including the tablecloth, has been cleaned away. Only a bag of animal biscuits remains in front of me. A strange dream. I began to dig into the bag of biscuits and think, just what am I thinking to do? What am I trying to do? Those scenes from the dream. The princess who was locked forever in the castle. Kaskabe, who I've only ever seen at school. Maybe Kaskabe wants to go out too. See. Try to ask her out the next time I see her.
あれ？あのお姉ちゃん、もしかして。
Now we have two fucking homes again. Scoop. Home. Home. No. Guess I'll head to bed. It's started raining in the middle of the night. It's neither too heavy nor too light, just a constant downpour. Think about school. You know, like a normal teenager. No one would be at school now, right? No way. My curiosity gets the better of me in the end and I decide to head to school. The classroom's dimly lit, because Gabi's inside, sitting by the window, quietly watching the scenery outside.
よく降るね、高明さん。
Seems she's not at all surprised to see me. Yeah, look out the window as well. The rain falls relentlessly from the dark sky. The moon and the stars are nowhere to be seen. If I remember correctly, the height of that meteor shower should be the night after tomorrow. What a pity. We could have seen some meteors if it hadn't started raining. I don't think we'll see even a single shooting star. If this weather keeps up till the day after tomorrow, I don't even want to think about it.
でも、星空が見えなくても、 むしろ見えない方がいいのかもしれませんね。
Kaskabe gazes into the distance. What she says surprises me. Her expression seems somewhat lonely. Kaskabe. I call it Kaskabe looking far off into the distance.
私何言ってるんだか。高明さんは雨は好きですか？
She returns to her usual self and smiles. Can't say that I do.
私は雨音を聞いてるのとか好きです。ほら、よく聞いているといろんな音があってちょっと音楽みたいかなとか思いません？
I never thought of it like that. If I had to choose, I'd say it's a bit boring and monotonous.
ちっとも単調じゃないですよ。ほら、澄んだ高い音は遠くからもよく響くし、低い音はゴツゴツしてて面白いです。空から降ってくる雨粒はみんな同じ形をしてお行儀よく落ちてくるのに、地上にたどり着いた途端それぞれが違う音を奏で始めるのってなんだか楽しくないですか？
When you put it that way, it does sound quite interesting. Actually, the way she looks, listening intently to the sound of the raindrops, it's as if she's really absorbed into their music. Not even the slightest hint of boredom. Has Kaskabe thought about going outside? The thought comes to me as I watch her from the side. Didn't I tell myself that I'd ask her out the next time I see her? Decide that now seems to be a good time as any. Kaskabe?
はい、
Would you like to go outside? Somewhere other than school?
外ですか？
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the rain, but we could do it on a clear day too. We might go somewhere else when the weather's nice.
高明さんと一緒に？
Yep, with me. If you want, we can meet up somewhere when you have time.
それはきっと素敵でしょうね。では晴れた日の放課後、自転車置き場で待ち合わせをするというのはどうですか？
Sure, sounds good. I wasn't expecting her to agree so quickly. I was thinking she'd turn me down instead. Everything's up to the weather now. I, of course, wanted to clear up as soon as possible, but I'm not about to tell her that.
大丈夫。明日には雨は止んでますよ。
How did you know?
お天気予報を読みましたから。
She calmly replies, Oh, I nearly panic, thinking she might be able to read my mind or something. But it's just a coincidence.
そう。明日は朝からとてもいいお天気です。きっと高明さんも雨上がりの朝の風景は好きだと思いますよ。朝日にキラキラと光る水滴や水たまりに映る青空や白い雲、草木は鮮やかな緑で空気は水を含んでほんのりと甘くて。
Kaskabe, with her eyes half closed, she seems to be lost in her own world again.
明日を楽しみにして待つのもすごく素敵ですけど、雨降りの今をいかに楽しむかというのも大切ですよね。
She smiles timidly and slants her head slightly with her eyes closed, as if pondering something.
そうでした。雨の日が楽しくなるとっておきの方法があることを忘れてました。
She opens her eyes suddenly and claps. A trick.
そうです。このままもしも雨が降り続いたらって想像するんです。
Floodings? That doesn't sound like much fun.
1日や2日じゃダメです。雨が1ヶ月も2ヶ月も降り続いて、
Catastrophical floods.
もしもこの世界から陸地がなくなってしまったらって想像するんです。
That'd be a great flood.
そうです。そしてこの校舎は大きな箱舟なんです。
I mean like Noah's Ark.
そう、ノアの箱舟です。長いおひげを生やしたノアおじいさんと、そしてノアの息子さん夫婦たち、それから世界中の動物たちが乗り込んでいて、それは賑やかなんです。朝ごはんにはみんなでミルクのおかゆを食べて、夜には動物たちとサーカスをして遊びます。
Did you think Noah ever played with the animals? Fucking zoo race.
ゾウさんの背中に乗ってみたり、ライオンのひげを引っ張ってみたり。
They'd bite your fucking arm off if you did that.
それでご褒美には角砂糖をあげるんですよ。どうですか？楽しくなってきました？
I was watching you enjoy yourself so much that I only just realized I'd been asking a question. My reply, sure has. Yeah. I'm sure I'd enjoy rainy days like these if I were with you.
高明さん、それちょっとだけずれてます。
Scabby lowers her head, her cheeks bright red. Oh shoot, what am I saying? She only asked if I liked the arc
で
story.
も嬉しいですけど。
Oh, that suddenly hits me just how adorable Cascaba looks when she's embarrassed. But I feel even more embarrassed than her right now, so I try to come up with some excuse. So, of course the arc story was very interesting. to me.
はい。
He smiles and responds clearly. Quickly avert my gaze to the window, unsure of what Cascaba thought of my answer. So, there sure are a lot of ways to spend rainy days like
え
these.
え、本当にこのまま雨の日がずっと続けばいいのにね。
Cascaba looked back at her, but she's nowhere to be seen. Again, all I can hear is the sound of rain. That gentle monotonous sound has suddenly begun to sound almost like music to me. Oh well. I walked back, whistling along to the sound of the rain.
ねえ、タカ君。
I still don't know what's gonna go on with her. And she has a chibi. Does she have animations? Oh, adorable. Does she have a second one? Apparently not. Oh well. I'm going to bed now. Night. Sorry for the short part. The next one will be longer. Probably. I assume her round's going to be longer than that, considering choice guide says that literally only this choice, like, you know, going to the bicycle parking lot is the last choice that, like, that you have here. Which also meant that they made that chibi for literally one goddamn instance in the game. No wonder it only has one animation now that I think about it. Anyways, bye.